The Devil's Triangle, or better known as the Bermuda Triangle, is rumored to be one of the most deadly, mysterious, and supernatural areas in the world due to unsolved mysteries of missing planes and ships. It covers the areas of the Atlantic Ocean between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. The cases date back as early as Christopher Columbus notating in his journal in 1492 reporting strange occurrences with his compass as well as a strange light he saw. The U.S. military have also reported crews going missing and never being found again in this area on routine missions. There have been theories, such as in Charles Berlit's book, The Bermuda Triangle, that Atlantis is part of the reason for all the disappearances. Before it was ever named the Bermuda Triangle, the first reported case of strange things happening in this area was from Christopher Columbus. He reported in his journal to have seen a light that he described as a small wax candle that rose and lifted up, which to a few seemed to be an indication of land. It was also stated in the American Catholic Historical Researches and an article called The Compass of Columbus. It speaks about Christopher Columbus's journal on the night of September 13th, 1492. On this day, about nightfall, the needle varied to the northwest, and the following morning it was still there. This was an odd occurrence because the needle should always point to the North Pole. He had to comfort his crew and make an explanation of why this was happening to calm them down. It was first named the Bermuda Triangle in an article in Argosy magazine called The Deadly Bermuda Triangle by Vincent H. Gaddis. In this article, he speaks of cases of mysterious ships that have vanished and the crew have never been heard from again. The case he reports on range from the years 1840 to 1963. The most recent case reported on was in 1963, when two KC-135 tanker jets for the U.S. Air Force were on a refueling mission in the Atlantic. The article states the planes were new, in radio contact with each other, and weren't flying too closely together. No one knows why, but the planes mysteriously vanished. The only thing that was ever recovered were two sets of debris that were 160 miles apart, and no bodies were ever found. Another case of the U.S. military having issues here was on Wednesday, December 5th, 1945, when 5 Avenger torpedo bombers left for Fort Lauderdale for a normal flight mission. This mission was stated in the book Sea Mystery at Our Back Door by George X. Sand. It ended in one of the greatest peacetime searches in history. And once again, not a single trace was ever found. There was a crew of 14 men on board in total between 5 bombers. The bombers were supposed to be buoyant enough that they would be able to float until the crew can deploy life rafts, but no crew, rafts, or planes were ever found. Another reason this is considered to be one of the most mysterious places on Earth is due to the many theories of what causes the disappearances that happen here and what paranormal or major thing could be causing all of this. One of the many theories that stated this was created by Charles Blurritz in his book The Bermuda Triangle in 1974. In this book, he speaks about how he believes Atlantis is not only real, but is the source of all the issues that happen in the Bermuda Triangle. He also believed aliens or another being was the reason for Atlantis disappearing and the missing crews, planes, and ships. This was one of the first major theories to be released about this area. It was heavily criticized, and all of his theories he had argued were eventually proven wrong by books and articles written by other writers. It still goes to show how mysterious this area is, with all the unexplainable things that occur here. With all the major disappearances and unexplainable occurrences that have happened in this area since Christopher Columbus first documented his problems here, this area remains to be one of the most mysterious, deadly, and supernatural areas to be traveled. There are hundreds of cases of ships and planes vanishing in this area from the U.S. military that have never been explained to this day. All of this information leads to a very interesting and widespread theories and beliefs of what could be the cause of all these issues. While it is still one of the most traveled areas in the world for planes and shipping routes, we still never fully understand why things vanish here without a trace.